Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, sit tight because what I'm about to tell you is shaking up the entire NFC East landscape. Rumors are swirling that the Dallas Cowboys are on the verge of pulling off a blockbuster trade that could turbocharge their aerial attack and give them a serious edge heading into the stretch run of the season. Sources close to the front office are whispering that the Cowboys are close to finalizing a deal that would send Nico Collins from the Houston Texans to Dallas. And this isn't just any swap. This move could be a game changer, a move that redefines the Cowboys' offensive potential and sets them up for a deep playoff run. Let's break this down. According to insider reports, Dallas is looking to trade away a first-round pick along with a defensive end depth player to Houston in exchange for Nico Collins. The Texans, as many of you know, are in a bit of a rebuild mode after a disappointing 1-2 start in 2025, and they're prioritizing cap relief and young talent, especially on the offensive line. Houston is facing cap hell with around $17 million in dead money, and they're focusing on protecting C.J. Stroud better going forward. So, trading Collins makes sense for them, especially since they're eyeing future picks and rebuilding their roster. But for the Cowboys, this isn't just about clearing cap space or adding a receiver. It's about getting a weapon that could elevate their passing game to new heights. Nico Collins is a missile on the field, a big, explosive WR with the speed and route-running ability to stretch defenses vertically. His career stats are pretty impressive. 215 receptions, over 250 yards, and 22 touchdowns, averaging 15.1 yards per catch. And in 2024, he's been playing at a high level with a PFF grade of 87.8. Through just 3 games in 2025, Collins already has 14 catches for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 17 yards per reception, with 102 yards after catch and an EPA per target of 0.27. His deep catch rate sits at 55%, with a drop rate of just 2.1%. That kind of efficiency and explosiveness is exactly what the Cowboys need to open up their offense. Now, one thing that really stands out is Collins' speed, running a 45-second 40-yard dash. He's comparable to the likes of DK Metcalf in burst and explosiveness. That speed, combined with his ability to make big plays after the catch, makes him a perfect fit for Dallas' vertical attack. The Cowboys have been missing a true deep threat, someone who can turn any catch into a long gain. With Collins on the field, that element of surprise and big play potential skyrockets. It's no secret that Dak Prescott has been looking for more explosive options downfield, and this trade could be the answer. The reasons behind the trade are clear. The Texans, facing cap issues and a focus on protecting C.J. Stroud, are ceding some of their talent to the Cowboys. Plus, the move could save Houston around $8 million in cap space, giving them more flexibility to address their OL needs and build a stronger line for Stroud. As for Collins, he's ranked 16th among wide receivers in yards per game, with 218 yards in just 3 games, showing that he's already making an impact. Dallas believes that adding Collins could boost their deep passing game by more than 30%, projecting an increase to around 100 yards for the season, with a potential of 11 touchdowns. That's a significant upgrade, especially considering how much more diverse their offense could become. Imagine the possibilities. With Collins stretching the field, Prescott will have more room to operate and more opportunities to hit those big bombs. His EPA per deep throw could jump by plus 0.24, and teams will have to respect the vertical threat, opening up room for other weapons too. It's not just about the yards, it's about the strategic advantage. The Cowboys' play-action game could also benefit, with a projected plus 14% increase in effectiveness, making their offense even more unpredictable. And don't forget, this move could have ripple effects beyond just the passing game. Ezekiel Elliott, for example, could benefit from defenses focusing more on stopping Dallas' aerial attack, which might open up more running lanes for him. The overall offensive dynamics become more balanced, making the Cowboys a more formidable team as they push toward the postseason. Now, some fans might be thinking about the bigger picture. If this trade goes through as expected, it could be a catalyst for Dallas to elevate their Super Bowl chances significantly. The odds are already in their favor, but this move could push them from +8.0 to as low as +2, 600 in Super Bowl betting odds. That's a huge jump and reflects the confidence in this new, explosive Dallas offense. Nico Collins could be the X factor, the spark that ignites a potent aerial attack capable of going toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league. Looking at the bigger picture, this isn't just a short-term fix. It's a move that signals the Cowboys' intent to compete at the highest level, aiming for a dynasty. A receiver like Collins, who can add +180 dynamic snaps and is a top passing option, could be the difference maker in tight playoff games, especially when defenses tighten up and force teams to beat them deep. His presence will stretch defenses, create more space for CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the receiving core, and give Dak Prescott a true go-to guy on those deep routes. More about the Dallas Cowboys, a franchise with rich history and high expectations asterisk to fully appreciate this potential move. It's important to understand the historical context of the Dallas Cowboys. Known as America's team, the Cowboys have one of the most storied franchises in NFL history, boasting 8 Super Bowl titles, tied for the most in league history with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their championship pedigree is built on legendary players like Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and Deion Sanders. The franchise has been known for its balanced approach, combining a formidable defense, innovative offensive schemes, and a culture of winning that dates back decades. In recent years, the Cowboys have been striving to reclaim that dominance. Since their last Super Bowl victory in 1995, they've experienced periods of mediocrity, playoff heartbreaks, and rebuilds. However, under head coach Mike McCarthy, who took over in 2020, the team has shown resilience and a desire to return to elite status. The 2023 season was a step in that direction, with the Cowboys finishing with a 12-5 record and reaching the divisional round of the playoffs, only to be ousted by the San Francisco 49ers. That loss, while disappointing, underscored the importance of adding more offensive firepower and consistency. The Cowboys' roster is built around a strong defense anchored by Micah Parsons, perhaps the league's most disruptive linebacker and a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Parsons, who was a first-round pick in 2021 out of Penn State, has quickly established himself as an elite pass rusher, with 5 sacks in 2023, and a relentless motor that energizes the entire defense. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and disrupt plays is a key factor in Dallas's defensive success. On offense, Dak Prescott has been a steadying presence, but critics have often pointed out the need for more explosive options and better protection for him to maximize his playmaking ability. The addition of Nico Collins could be the piece that elevates Prescott's efficiency and big play potential, especially considering his career stats. A solid completion percentage of around 66%, with 125 touchdowns to 48 interceptions over his career, and a career passer rating of 97. Prescott's leadership and poise under pressure are assets, but his deep ball accuracy has sometimes been inconsistent, something Collins' speed and route-running skills could help rectify. CeeDee Lamb, the team's current top receiver, has blossomed into one of the league's premier young talents, with over 300 yards receiving in 2024 and 9 touchdowns. However, adding a player like Collins would diversify the attack, providing more options on the outside and alleviating some of the pressure on Lamb to be the sole big play threat. The Cowboys' offensive line, led by Tyron Smith and Tyler Baiadas, has been solid but needs to stay healthy to maximize Prescott's opportunities. The broader NFC landscape and future expectations, the NFC West and NFC North, have been competitive, but the Cowboys' division, the NFC East, remains one of the league's toughest. The Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts and a talented roster, are perennial contenders, while the New York Giants and Washington Commanders are rebuilding but still dangerous. If Dallas can successfully integrate Collins and bolster their offensive consistency, they could stand toe-to-toe with the Eagles and challenge for the division crown once again. Looking ahead, the Cowboys' schedule features key matchups against division rivals, including the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders, as well as games against top AFC teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and Cincinnati Bengals. The addition of Collins could be the X factor in these crucial games, especially in tight playoff battles where every yard counts. In terms of long-term outlook, the Cowboys are positioning themselves as a team capable of sustained success. With a solid core, a promising young defense, and now the potential addition of Collins, they're aiming to build a championship-caliber roster. The franchise has shown a willingness to invest in talent and adapt, which is essential in a league where execution and depth often determine champions. Deeper analytical insights from an analytical perspective. Adding Nico Collins enhances Dallas's expected points added, EPA, per play, especially on deep passes. His EPA per target of 0.27 indicates that throws to him are more efficient than average, particularly on downfield routes. His yards after catch, YAC, average of 7.3 yards per reception, demonstrates his ability to extend plays and create yards after reception, which is crucial in modern NFL offenses that rely heavily on YAC to supplement passing yards. Furthermore, Collins' deep catch rate of 55% shows a high level of catchability on long throws, which aligns with his speed and route running ability. His low drop rate of 2.1% indicates reliable hands, a trait highly valued by quarterbacks and offensive coordinators. With Prescott's improved deep ball accuracy and Collins' skill set, the Cowboys could see a significant uptick in their explosive play rate, which directly correlates with scoring efficiency. Additionally, the trade could influence defensive strategies. Opposing defenses may have to dedicate extra resources to contain Collins' vertical threats, which could open up more underneath routes for Lamb and other receivers, as well as lanes for Tony Pollard in the running game. This kind of strategic diversification is often the difference maker in playoff football, where defenses tighten up and force teams to beat them deep. Involvement of key players and potential impact asterisk Dak Prescott. His ability to read defenses and deliver accurate deep throws is critical. Collins' presence will likely improve Prescott's confidence and decision-making, particularly on play-action passes. CeeDee Lamb, already a star, Lamb benefits from having a deep threat opposite him, which can help create more one-on-one matchups and reduce double coverage. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. The running game remains vital. If defenses are stretched vertically, it could open up more opportunities for the backs, especially Pollard, who has shown flashes of being a home run hitter. Asterisk Micah Parsons and the defense. While the focus is on the offense, Parsons' relentless pass rushing will continue to be a cornerstone of their success. A more balanced offense means the defense can play more aggressively, knowing the offense can capitalize on opportunities. The cultural and strategic significance this potential move underscores the Cowboys' aggressive approach and commitment to winning. Historically, the franchise has been known for bold moves, like acquiring key players in the prime of their careers or making strategic draft picks that have shaped their identity. The decision to pursue Collins reflects a desire to adapt to the evolving NFL landscape, emphasizing speed, explosiveness, and versatility. It also signals a shift in offensive philosophy, favoring a more vertical, big-play approach rather than relying solely on methodical drives. This strategic pivot aligns with the modern NFL trend, where explosive plays are often the difference in close games and deep playoff runs. Asterisk expectations for the rest of the season asterisk if the trade is finalized before the November 4th deadline. Expect Dallas to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. The offensive scheme could see a noticeable change, with more emphasis on deep routes and stretch plays. This would likely lead to an increase in points scored, yards gained, and overall team confidence. Defensively, the Cowboys will aim to keep opponents in check, banking on their strong front seven and pass rush to create turnovers in short fields. The special teams unit, often underrated, will also play a role in field position battles. In the postseason, the key for Dallas will be consistency and health. Collins' addition could be the catalyst for a deep playoff push, especially if the offense can gel quickly and Prescott can develop more chemistry with his new weapon. In summary, this upcoming trade, if it goes through, could be one of the most significant in recent Cowboys history. It's a calculated, strategic move designed to elevate their offense and position them as serious contenders. While it carries some risks, such as giving up a first-round pick, its potential rewards are enormous. It's a gamble that could pay off in Super Bowl glory, rekindling the Cowboys' storied legacy and re-establishing them as a dominant force in the NFL. Final thoughts and call to action. So, Dallas Cowboys fans, what do you think about this bold move? Are you excited about Nico Collins joining the team? Do you believe he's the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Drop your comments below, share your predictions, and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, this is a team that has consistently shown resilience and adaptability, and with Collins potentially in the fold, the future looks even brighter. Stay tuned, because we'll be providing updates as more news emerges. Keep supporting the Cowboys, and let's get ready for what could be an unforgettable season. The best is yet to come. Character count, 10, 267.